Good afternoon. It is now 3 o'clock, and I'd like to call to order the Oklahoma City Metropolitan Area Public School Trust meeting. The first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the September 23rd, 2014 Oklahoma City Metropolitan Area Public Schools Trust meeting. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
We'll vote. Motion passes. This next item on our agenda is to approve the Oklahoma City Metropolitan Area Public Schools Trust 2015 meeting schedule. It is in your packet. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
We'll vote. Motion passes. The fourth item on our agenda is the financial reports. Mr. Todd?
Thank you. You have in your packet the revenue and obligation reports for June of 2014 and July of 2014, and then you also have the trust payments, and these are in their usual form.
Are there any questions?
Not necessarily a question, but I would just like to ask staff again to contact those suburban school districts that have minor amounts remaining. I see, Crooked Oak, $150, Deer Creek, $1,700. Just contact them and ask, remind them that they have that little bit of money and buy some books or some pencils or something.
And we have just this week made a bunch of calls. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other comments or questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion, please.
Move approval.
Is there a motion and a second? We'll vote. Motion passes. Next item on our agenda is item 5 for contract agreements. 5A is to adopt resolution ratifying the issuance of and approving addendum number 1 for Emerson Alternative School, extending the award of the contract, awarding contract base bid plus alternatives 1 and 2 to W.L. McNack and Company in the amount of $2,422,000 and approving contract and bonds. This is project ES 0079A/TIF-A. Mr. Todd?
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. This is, as you said, the award of contract for the base bid and alternates 1 and 2. Alternate 1 is the health clinic, and alternate 2 was for some additional millwork. I must point out also that this was a little over budget, and in order to award, as we've shown, this includes some program contingency funds. And also the clinic is being paid with TIF funds.
With TIF funds?
Yes, ma'am.
Questions, comments? Not, I'll entertain a motion, please.
Move approval.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we'll vote. Motion passes. Item 5B is to ratify the issuance of and approve addendum number 1 for Jackson Elementary School paving improvements. This is to award a contract to A-Tech Paving, base bid plus alternatives 1, 2, and 3 in the amount of $490,658, and approve contract bonds. This is project ES-0067A. Mr. Todd?
This is for Jackson Elementary. This is some work that was originally included in the original renovation project, but we found so many things within the original school that we pulled a lot of this out of that original project. This is rebid, and there's a little bit of additional work. This is also a project where it has exceeded the budget by a little bit, and program contingency funds are being used in order to do this work. We feel that this is work that all should be done, needs to be done. The base bid was the main parking area. Alternate number 1 is a drop-off area on the east. And that was originally bid in the first project and was pulled out. Then there's a driveway for better access, and then alternate 3 is a basketball area and a parking area.
Questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second. No, Madam
We'll
Chair.
vote. Motion passes. Item 5C is to approve memorandum of agreement with the Oklahoma City Economic Development Trust, the Oklahoma City Metropolitan Area Public Schools Trust, and Independent School District Number I-89 of Oklahoma County, Oklahoma, to provide tax increment finance assistance for the Oklahoma City Public School Administration Building and Emerson Alternative School projects not to exceed $1,500,000. This is projects ES-0036 and ES-0079. Mr. Todd?
Not a whole lot to add on this other than what the title implies, but this is the agreement between the trust and the TIF organization that will provide this additional money. Brent Bryant is here if you had any specific questions about this agreement.
Questions?
Could I just ask what the boundaries of the TIF district at hand are?
Yes, sir. The TIF district boundaries go all the way up to 13th Street, all the way west to Western, over to eastern boundary over to Eastern, and then down to southeast 29th Street.
Okay, that was my concern because the administration building is like just to the west of Western, isn't it?
It's just to the east of what?
So Classen is, at that point,
Okay.
Classen is east of Western at that point?
Yes, and it's right there on the edge.
Thank you.
Yes.
How much money are we putting in this? Our reserve fund?
We're not putting any money into it.
Okay. And I'm in favor of it. I'll make a motion.
Additional questions, comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion, please.
So moved, Madam Chairman.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we'll vote. Motion passes. The next items, we have amendments and change orders. If there's not any objections, we can vote on each one of these, or we can vote on them all together.
I move approval of items 6A through D.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, we'll vote. Motion passes on items 6A through D. The next items are concurrent items A through D. We also can vote on these all together or individually. Once you review, whatever the pleasure of the trust.
In recognition of the chair's quest to move quickly, I will move approval of items 7A through E.
Can I get you to amend that? I'm sorry, it's A through E. A through E, okay.
I believe I said A through E.
A through E, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Is there a second?
I'll make the second. Yeah.
All right, we'll vote. Motion passes. Next, we'll have item 8, and this is our update from Mr. Clowers. Mr. Clowers?
Yes, Madam Vice Chairman, members of the trust. There are 6 schools still in construction. 3 of those will be recommended for final acceptance before the end of this year. Roosevelt and Webster Middle Schools and Columbus at Jackson Elementary, they're substantially complete. Taft Middle School is nearing completion, and punch list work is ongoing at John Rex Elementary, and then construction is ongoing at Emerson Alternative School. As for the I-89 bond projects, there are 9 gym and classroom projects that are complete and have been final accepted. 13 additional classroom and gym projects are under construction. Those are at Parmalee, Adams, Bodine, Horace Mann, Kaiser, Mark Twain, Putnam Heights, Southern Hills, Stan Wadey, Buchanan, Gatewood, Johnson, and Oak Ridge elementary schools. And then construction continues on both the Taft and Spiegel stadiums, and construction has begun on the Nichols Hills gymnasium project. 6 other gym projects will be considered, the construction contracts will be considered at the November 18th trust meeting. Those are at Heronville, Fillmore, Prairie Queen, Rockwood, Eugene Field, and Edwards Elementary Schools. And then finally, final plans and specifications for gyms at Lee, Britton, Arthur Parks and Willowbrook Elementary Schools are due in January of 2015. Our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, the 18th of November at 3 p.m.
Questions for Mr. Clowers? Where are we on, what is the percentage of completion on the stadium? Do you know?
I'm going to let
Do you know what the
Mr.
completion,
Todd, the
where are we
stadium.
on the percentage of completion on the stadium?
Spiegel and Taft.
On Spiegel and Taft, Spiegel is almost complete.
That's what I
We're
thought.
very far along on that. Taft is a little further behind. Sandra, what do you think? Yeah, November for Spiegel and February for Taft.
Rumor has it that Trustee Mashburn is out there running laps at Spiegel Stadium.
That's why I was checking in on it. I'm assuming we don't have a program update, or you should have a monthly report. If not, we will move on to item number 10. Any comments by trustees? Staff? Any additional comments? Any comments by citizens? Ms. Parks, nice to see you. If not, we'll adjourn. Thank you, everyone.